Hello, everybody. This is Grace with GraceOnAJourneyChannelings. Welcome to all the newcomers. And those of you that are returning, thank you for your presence. So today, we'll be titling this episode, Healing Touches. And the reason why I was inspired to use that title in particular is because after reading the cards that we are going to be sharing today, taking a brief survey, I guess, and the energy that I was getting back is that it's all over the place. Meaning it's touching many areas in life. And there are times when we attend a banquet. You know, you have this hors d'oeuvre and that hors d'oeuvre and, and in the end, everyone has what they wanted. A taste here, a try here. And so it works for everyone. So with all of that said, I'd like to call today's episode Healing Touches. So for the first card, after the healing card that I received, is keep your hands clean. And the message I'm receiving from that is that a lot of us recognize that there are areas that need healing. Some in our lives and some with others. Whatever the case might be, I'm being called to tell you that part of receiving your healing is keeping your hands clean. Praying about it, chanting about it, saying mantras, connecting with spiritual teachers, gurus, healers, is not going to have the same effect if you don't keep your hands clean. Now, that does not mean you will overcome all of your flaws. As a matter of fact, that's impossible. You're on a journey. And so on this journey, we're progressing. We're learning something, and then there's something else we need to learn. And hopefully, we are sharing what we're learning to our family members, friends, and just by living out loud. Sometimes you don't need the words. Your presence is enough. You see, the universe is all seeing. Secrets are just an illusion. So, connecting to your God of understanding would require you to purify yourself. And those of you that like to be spoon-fed and would like to know in detail, what does purifying myself entail? We can write books on that subject. You feel me? So there's not enough time for me to elaborate in all the ways that you can purify yourself. But just to give you a brief understanding of the concept, some people purify themselves by maintaining a discipline with their nutritional intake. Some go about it by becoming a vegan, others vegetarians. Some include fish in their diets and other seafoods, but they don't eat meat. But in the end, it's a form of fasting. And those of you, let me rephrase that, and others that do not take that route, there may be something you enjoy doing, but it's somewhat hindering your growth. It's interfering with your willpower. And that may be a substance, right? Some kind of recreational activity. And some people decide to let that go. Others just examine what areas in their life bring them closer and closer to lower vibrations. And then they start pruning those areas. Some people are more effective doing such acts cold turkey, just stopping it. And some people gradually, they take baby steps, and they may have entertained some type of activity maybe 7 days of the week. And then they start to do it 5 days of the week. Then they go down to 3 days of the week, and so forth. It's all about choices. And because I've studied so much of behavior science in my life, I've learned that we all can change. It's a misconception to think that you can't. But the reality is, you can't change anyone else. It doesn't matter how much you want that for them, how much you feel it would benefit them. You can't change anyone else. And this is why sometimes you must release even what you once cherished. You open the palm of your hand and you put it in God's hands. So that in detail gives you the energy of purification. Keeping your hands clean. As you keep your hands clean, you raise your vibration. And you're able to manifest that healing that you desire. It is attainable. Whatever the illness is, there is some type of healing in some shape or form. That does not mean that I'm suggesting that you go to the doctor's appointment tomorrow and you'll hear a report of a miracle. We would all want to believe that, right? I'm hoping everyone would be sharing the answer yes. But the reality is, sometimes, whatever you need healing from, it will remain and the assistance that you receive is a different perspective. You will learn ways to accept that you have a choice on if you choose to be miserable in the rest of your days, or if you choose to be positive in your reality. And I can tell you, I've come across more and more people sharing their lives with different diagnoses, especially on social media. And they are encouraging others without any diagnosis. I find that amazing. There's one person in particular I follow. Even during chemo. I said, even during chemo, she had a word of encouragement for the collective. I regard her as a teacher. She's telling me, just by living her life, she's telling me that it doesn't matter what you're facing. It's all about perspective and choices. And I want to tell you, in her efforts of bringing healing to others that somehow, some way, were pulled into her circle, I've noticed healing in her spirit, in her appearance.